Hello, everyone. Hello. Guess what day it is? It is Thanksgiving Thursday. And what is it that we're giving thanks for? If I put up my 5 fingers, you should be able to list 5 things that you should give thanks for. Exactly. If you can name 5 things to give thanks for, I think you need to go back to sleep and then wake up and then try it again. So it's Thanksgiving Thursday, so you're supposed to list 5 things that you are grateful for. So here we are on another episode of the Question Live Show with yours truly, Verona Willis-Brown. Yes, that is me. I am your host. So, of course, welcome. So, before we go any further, I'd like to say welcome to my YouTubers, welcome to my Facebook family. Come on in. But if this is your first time tuning in, I'd like for you to put your name right there, and so I can acknowledge you, so I could give you a special welcome. It's your first time. Welcome back. So, with that said, give me a second and I'll tell you all the good stuff. So, because this might be your first time, we do have house rules here. Yes, we do have house rules. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 3.5, or 4 house rules. And what are they? If you are watching me right now, if you're on Facebook, you will see that sign that says live. If you're on YouTube, you should come on in where it says live. Simply mean you are in the live audience. And if you are in the live audience, what do we do when we're in the live audience? We click that button right there. Yep, right there. That says share. You share and you invite someone else to come on in the live audience and be a part of the audience. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, get yourself a pen, get yourself a notebook, or just a piece of paper. Yes. Why would I say that? Because here we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I want you to write them down. Because the more you write things down, is the more visible it is the more real it is. And you can read them, and they will come to life. But if they play around in your head, no, stand no chance. You got to see it. Write it so you can see it, right? See it. So I encourage reading and I encourage writing. So write them down. If you don't have a pen, a pencil, crayon, marker of those sort, guess what? Dun. Use your devices. I believe all devices, every single one of them, have a notepad section. And because they have a notepad section, get in there and ding, and text your words, your answers, whatever you got to write in there, your golden nuggets, those bombshells, put them in those notepads. Yes, put them in there. When you put them in there, that's your notes, right? Now, number 3. Right here. Grab yourself something to drink. I don't know what is it that you would drink. Maybe it is water, wine, juice, tea. I don't know, but I always have my glass of water. But I tell you what, Jesus turned water into wine, so anything is possible with my glass. Right now it's clear. You never know what will happen to it as we go further on in tonight's episode. So that's number 3. 3.5. 3.5 simple mean you just go into the bathroom and then come right back. When you come right back, your seat will be reserved. No one will take your seat. You'll be up front. You're right here. And we will get the show rolling. Tonight, we're going to go in a different angle. But before we get into that, right. Before we get into that. Now, a little extra. If you're seeing live on this, again, please press right there, the share button, send it across to someone, invite them to come on in. Right? Sharing is caring, they says. Sharing is just natural. We're supposed to just share. It's a part of us. It's not just caring. It's a part of us to share. That's serving people. So with that said, welcome, Paulette Brown. Welcome. It's good to have you here again. Now, tonight's episode, what will happen? My guest for tonight is not available. So we are going to just be us. It's just going to be you and I tonight. My guest, unfortunately, guess she got tied up in traffic. Whatever the case is, she just didn't make it for tonight. But the show must go on, right? The show must go on. So tonight we are going to roll into something totally different. Again, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to press the share button. Don't forget to press like. And don't forget to press the notification button. And if you're not subscribed, press subscribe so we can roll and be a family. So like I mentioned, my guest, unfortunately, will not be here with us tonight. I had her ready. She was ready. And circumstances where she will not be showing up tonight. Oh, sorry for the inconvenience. And that's what life is. Sometimes life shows up and sometimes life does not show up. But when life shows up, what is it that you make use of life is all that matter. Good evening, Maria. Good evening. Welcome to this episode. So as I was saying, we are not going to be having a guest tonight. Unfortunately, the guest will not be showing up here tonight. So guess what? It's just me and you. That's right. It's just us. So we are going to share on how life pops up. Life will pop up in different ways. How is it that you are showing up with life? What is it that you're doing when life pops up? Those are the questions that I would throw out at you tonight. I would throw you a question, and of course, right there in the comment section, you will have a chance to answer them. So if you're ready, type in the comment section that you are ready so we can roll right into tonight's episode of the Question Live Show. Type in the comment section that you are ready. So while you are getting ready, I think I should have some questions for you. Again, tonight I will just ask questions, and of course, you have the opportunity now to put the answer. And guess what? Now you're getting a special treat tonight. I think I should give a special treat tonight. Now that my guest is not here, guess what? Let me whisper. You have the opportunity to ask me a question as well. So whatever question you have, you can ask me and I ask you. So we're going to go back and forth with questions. Yes, whatever question you have tonight, just jot it there. If you want to ask me a question, please put it there in the comment section. But I have questions that I will put out for you as well. So let's roll into my first question for you out there. Now, this is life. When life pops up with the downfall, how is it that you manage life? How is it that you get up out of all that muck? How is it that you set yourself to say, you're going down? But how is it that you put your head up? What is it that inspires you? Sharon, welcome. What is it that inspires you out there? And I could ask you individually as well as collectively. So you can just type in your question, your answer right there as I make just this one question for all of your viewers, and then you can put your answers right there. So how is it that you motivate yourself? What inspire you when life come and hit you? How is it that you get back up? Because life often pops up and do all sort of things for us. So let me see what is your answer. You have Maria and Paulette and Sharon. Put your answer right there and let me know what is your answer. And again, we are going to go back and forth tonight. So if you do have a question, type it in and I answer. And then I'll just wait for you to answer this one question that I just asked you. What inspired you? So I ask, if you want me to ask individual, I'll just ask individually. Right. What inspired you? Okay, Paula. Okay, we got one first answer. Yes, and accept the things I can. And you know what? This is a very good one. Let me put it back up. Let me put this in. This is very, very good. If you don't have structure, if you don't prioritize your things that you're doing and accept the things that you cannot change, it is dire need for you to accept this. What is it that you cannot change? What is it that you cannot change? And Paul, I'm going to put that question right back to you. Give me a thing that you cannot change, because the thing that you cannot change is solid. It is solid. That means you have no control over it. So what are the things that you cannot change? What are the things that you're saying that you cannot change these things, but you accept them? Because you got to accept something to know that you cannot change it. So we have to put ourselves into this frame of mind, into this mentality that we cannot change certain things. So now here's Paulette's answer. Now I ask you, the audience, again, because I'm going to tag on to this one answer. What is it that you cannot change? You got up. So what is it that you cannot change? So just put that answer right in there. Yes, in the comment section right there. Put your answer right there. What are the things that you cannot change? Because there are things that we cannot change. So how is it that you're rolling through life knowing that you cannot change anything? So what are the things that you cannot change? Paulette, Maria, those who are watching, you still have the opportunity to type in your name that you are watching and to put the answer to this one question that we are tagging on to this. What are the things that you cannot change? Because we do have things that we cannot change. Okay, I cannot change the way people react to me, but I can change the way I react. Oh, I like to have extra hands when I see good, juicy answers. These are my extra hands. I have extra hands because sometimes I don't want to clap with my hand. So I have 2 extra hands here. Excellent. That is just perfectly said. That is perfectly said, because you cannot control the next person. Absolutely not. How can you control the next person? But you are that vessel that whatever is poured into you, you can accept it or you can dismiss it. You have a choice. And every choice that you make, it will affect you one way or the other. So you can choose to react or you can choose to dismiss how someone react towards you, what their opinion of you are, and whatever they say. So you have a choice. So that was excellent. Now, Maria, life is life. All you can do is your best in whatever situation you in. Do my part to do what I know is right. Absolutely. And the thing about that, because I like to put my little cheery hand, the thing about that, sometimes we have to look at this way. Your right could be my wrong, and my wrong could be your right. But it's you that got to know what right is. You got to know what wrong is. Because when you do that, you can have a decision-making moment that is structural, that is smart, that is wise. Because when we make decisions, we got to make sure that we make wise and smart decisions. Not based on societal standards, but based on your inner man, based on what is that you are saying, based on what God is saying about you and who God said you are. So when we're making right decision, we have to look at what is considered right. Is it right for the community? Is it right for society? Is it right for the world? Because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, our decision must base on what God says about us. So that was excellent, Maria. Life is life, right? Life is life. So we're going to go back again, the things that we cannot change. The things that we cannot change. And let me throw that in there. The things that we cannot change is time. Time. We cannot change time. Do we have the power to change time? Whatever time we got up this morning, do we have the power to change time? No. We don't have the power to change time. And these are the things that we have to look at, the things that we cannot change, but we accept it because this is where we are stuck on. We are with this one statement, accepting the things that I cannot change. When you got up this morning, you cannot change the fact that you got up 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever time you got up, or even if you just got up before the show start, you cannot change that. Do you have the power to change that? No. But you have to accept the fact that you got it. And time is valuable. Time is valuable. How you invest in time, it will define where you are going. Now, this is your time. When you invest in it, you have to be careful of who else invest in your time. Because in as much as you invest in your time, there's always people around us that will contribute to you, contribute to your destiny, contribute to where you're going to this journey. This journey is called life. They will contribute, but be careful of those who are depositing and investing in your time. Your time is precious and you cannot change it. When someone come in, you cannot change it. When somebody leave, you cannot change it. So be careful. Hold your time very tightly. Take your time and gather how you evolve in it. Take that time and see how you involve in it. Take that time and see how you invest in it. Time matters. You see, they say all sort of things matter, but time matters. Time matters, and time will define where you're going from this moment on. It will define your moments, whether negatively or positively. Time will define everything. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you. I will surely, if you need to borrow it, you can just let me know. I will surely send it to you. Yes, I will definitely send it to you. Just let me know off air where you live. Yes. So we're talking about time and the things that we cannot change. And time is one of the factors that we cannot change. No. So you have to be careful of how you maneuver time. If you got 24 hours, because it is said that every man got 24 hours. Now you got to dissect time. You got to set it priority. Set it in place. Dissect it. Full dissect your time. If you wake up at a certain time every single day, what is it that you do first thing in the morning, first thing as you woke up? It will define the rest of the day. It will define the rest of your day. So I would like to encourage you that as soon as you get up in the morning, make sure that the time that you are investing, it is what will add on to the rest of the day. Absolutely. It will add on. So your morning moment is saying, what am I going to do? And if you get up aggravated and if you get up angry, guess what? You're going to be angry for the rest of the day. But if you get up grateful and you get up in a positive mode, mark my word, you will have a positive day. That everyone that come into your space, everyone that evolve, everyone that surrounds you, they will be affected by how you invest in time. You can't change it. And you cannot change who comes around you for that day. It was already designed, right? So invest in every single moment. From the moment you get up with a positive mindset. Get up with your energy ready, your mental energy fully alert, that you are going to have a good day. Yes. And absolutely, invest in positivity in your time is essential. Yeah. That right there. So we have a choice between negative and positive, and we learned this, negative and positive, when you had negative to positive. But I tell you what, positive will always outdo negative. So in as much as we become conscious of our thoughts, sometimes the negative chatter, they come in. But as soon as they hit you, you have the choice, you have the power to counteract those negative thoughts, those negative chatter, and define your moment in such a positive way. Get up in the morning and say, thank you, Lord. Be grateful. Let your first moment of consciousness be a gratitude moment. Your very first moment. When you have that, they said gratitude is the attitude. Oh, Lord, let me tell you, gratitude is the only attitude. Yes, it is the only attitude. It's not just an attitude. Gratitude is the only attitude that you should have at this moment. Be grateful, because when you are grateful, it defines how you will respect the next person, how you will view the next person, how you will view your own self. So gratitude is everything. Yes. And yes, certainly, as you wake up, and thank God for waking you up, how you feel and act will definitely find your day. Definitely. And for those who are just tuning in, you have the opportunity to ask me a question as well as I ask you a question. So we're going to go back and forth because our guest for tonight, unfortunately, is not here. So whatever question you have, you can put it in the comment section. Yep, right there. And then I will answer you as well. I ask you a question. So the first question that we went out is, what are the things that you cannot change? Good. So now, next question. What motivates you? I think I asked that question before. What inspires you? How is it that you have today? Let's talk about today. What have inspired you so far? Because now it's 7:25 my time, and we have official OG Blood watching from Jamaica. It's 6:25 Jamaica time. Anybody else watching from a different time, then you can put your time in there. But whatever the time is that you are watching this, you woke up some time ago. What have you done? What kind words, what act of kindness have you shared since you got up this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time you got up? What act of kindness have you displayed thus far? So that's the second question. And as I said, you can put in your question as well as I wait for you to give me an answer. I will come up with another question for you. So the question right now is, what act of kindness have you shown since you woke up this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time you woke up? What act of kindness have you shown? So again, like I said, you can have your drink. Oh, you can drink for me while I do all the talking. That will work. While I wait for you to give an answer, I could sip. I could sip mine. Yes, I could sip my water. So again, what act of kindness have you displayed since this morning? Now remember, act of kindness don't have to be big. It don't have to be big. It could be the tiniest thing. So what act of kindness have you displayed not since this morning, since you woke up, whatever time you woke up? What act of kindness have you displayed thus far? Whatever it is. Okay, Georgia came in. Okay, let's see what Georgia have. Giving a friend encouragement that her life will certainly get better if she just be patient a bit longer. That is powerful. That is very important. That we let somebody, that's just a sign of hope. That's a sign of hope. Giving somebody hope, that is so valuable. It is so valuable that when we give someone a sign of hope, we ourselves, it will bounce right back on us. Because what you give out, guess what happened, Georgia? It comes right back to you. Absolutely. It will come right back to you. So if you give someone just a little bit of hope, just this much of hope, letting them know that your life means something. You mean something. You are valuable. You are enough. Just those words alone can define their moments in such a way that you might just say, oh, it's small, but it makes a big deal to somebody else. It makes such a solid big deal to them. So let us set our mind into a place where we are edifying somebody else, where we're inspiring somebody else, where we're encouraging somebody else. Because when you do that, it will come back to you. Absolutely. It will come back to you. So I love the word be patient. Do you know who got the most patient? God. He's so patient and so kind. When we practice having patience, we will have hope. Let us not develop the mentality of being anxious, but let us trust the process. Because when we trust the process, when we trust this journey called life, it will teach us to exercise faith, right? It will teach us how to exercise the faith that we have. And when we trust the process, there's a little word called fear. If we don't trust the process, there's something called fear. And fear will just be, fear will be right in your ears. And fear will nag you. So we have two words, fear and faith. Absolutely. Fear and faith. So when you have faith is when you trust in the process, no matter what it is, whether you want to get a job, whether you're trying to get into a relationship, whether you're trying to extend your goals, whatever your intentions are, trust the process. Trust the process. No matter what it is. Because when you set your intentions on something, if you get anxious, very anxious and impatient, you will make a decision. And most likely, or most of the time, guess what will happen? Chaos. Chaos. When you trust the process, you will see how you dissect the thing, and you take another section and you see how to maneuver that section. Then you put that section here, then you get another section, and you see how you can dissect life. Because you, each and every one of you, have the capability to dissect what is presented to you. Oh, I paid someone phone bill today. Amen. There we go. Act of kindness. And again, my two little hand scan chair. So I have 4 hands. These are my extra hands. I like to celebrate. So when I like to celebrate the small win-wins, I have to use extra hands. Win-win. That is win-win. Right? The things that we do, they're called little wins. And when we have little wins and we celebrate little wins, we celebrate big wins. And big win is where I need more ends. See, the simple stuff like you pay somebody's bill is act of kindness. And you're planting a seed. I'm from a farmer's background. I know what it is to plant a seed. And you watch that seed grow. And I know, Paula, when you pay that person bill, there was a smile on their face, and there was a smile on your face as well. When you smile, when you do stuff like that, it adds to you. And like I was saying, I'm from a farmer's background. So because I know what it is to cultivate something, you get in there and you cultivate something. And that's when you do an act of kindness. It is cultivating that person's life. Yes. It's cultivating that person's life. And when you cultivate that person's life, even if you don't see them again, your seed is already planted and they will sprout up into a tree. And when they sprout up into a tree, they will bear fruit. And when they bear fruit, they will in turn display act of kindness to somebody else. Because when you do stuff like this, it's like a recycle. It goes around and around and around and around. So as we continue to do all these acts of kindness, just remember, you're doing it because of the kindness in your heart. And you're doing it as planting a seed for another person to grow. And I oftentimes talk about the space that is created here. It is a space where I said, come on in so we could grow together. So we could create together. But most of all, support each other. And that is what the act of kindness is all about. You're supporting each other. For us to grow, we need to support each other. How can one person grow? No. How can one person succeed? No. We need each other. And each act of kindness is support. Each act of kindness is a contribution of how the other person, as well as yourself, will grow. Each act of kindness. Because you're not thinking in a selfish manner. And oftentimes we fall into these categories where we become so selfish because we gather for ourselves and we don't share. We don't share. Well, how can that person grow if we don't share with them, if we don't serve them? I said this over and over that I could serve you, but you don't have to digest what I serve you, but I am still going to serve you. And that's what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to serve. We're supposed to share from what we have. We're supposed to know what it is to share because it is already embedded in us to share. So let us not have a selfish mentality where it's a me. I have this. I got this. I got this. No. Sharing is not selfish. Sharing is where you go out there and you have something and you are sharing it with somebody. You're saying, I would like to see you grow. I would like to support you. The secret in that is, do you know what's the secret? When you support somebody, support will come back to you. As I mentioned, anything you do is a reverse. Everything is it's called a boomerang. So when you support somebody, when you give them something, when you just share something with them, it will come back to you. It might not come back to you in the form of that person, but it will come back to you. Whether you have a business, whether you're home, wherever, just in your space alone, it will come back to you. It's like a return blessing. Return to sender. We all hear this phrase when we go to our mailbox or something. Return to sender. And yeah, exactly. The more you give is the more God blesses you. Right? And it's called, I like to say, there's something called return to sender. And return to sender is where God's saying, I saw what you did. Now I'm going to return the blessing. So Paul went in and said just what I was going to say, is that when you return, when you give something and you give wholeheartedly and honestly with no wrong motive, God said, I'm going to return to sender. Because you're sending out something into the universe. You're sending out a vibration in the universe. You're sending it out, and the universe is waiting to say, oh, I am going to give it back. So, my dear audience, let me tell you, anything that you put out, you will get back. So, if you give out negativity, what do you think you're going to get back? It sure won't be positivity. If you hand out negativity, if you think negative against someone from your mind or in your heart, wherever, because your heart and your mind hold conversation all the time. And if you think negatively about someone, that negative thought will turn into action. And what you think will happen? It's going to come back to you. So I would like to encourage each and every one of you, in as much as negativity surrounds you, let it be that you counteract it as much as you can with positivity. In as much as you can, because negative thoughts will always pop out. It comes in the form of doubt. It comes in the form of fear. So when it comes, please counteract it just like that, very fast. Counteract it with the positive. When you hear the words, I can't, counteract it and say, I can. When you hear the word said, I won't, counteract it and say, I will. Always find the positive to the negative connotation, because those words are there. They're out there. And that is another form of trusting the process. It's another form of saying that you can do something. And there's a form, there's a set level that you got to put yourself in. And when you put yourself into this space and this frame of mind, that you can do something, let me tell you the secret. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. So if you put yourself into this frame of mind that nothing is impossible, with God, of course, but you are in the image of God. So nothing is impossible. So what is it that you intended to do? It's not impossible. What is it that you dream about? It's not impossible. What is it that you envision? Is not impossible. And let me remind you that if your dreams are not big enough to scare you and look impossible, then they're not big enough. So I want to let you know that you should dream bigger than how you dreamt when you were 5. So here's my other question to you. What are your intentions? What are your intentions from today? Because I would pour into you and let you know that what you intended to do is not impossible. The goals that you set from today, they're not impossible. The thought of you having these intentions, they're not impossible. It is possible because you are awake. It is possible because you showed up. It is possible because you must know that determination is the key. Be determined to know that anything that you intend to do, it is possible. Set your goals. Set them as short-term goals as well as long-term goals. Your short-term goals could be for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 3 months, maybe a day. But like I mentioned earlier, write them down. I intend to do this. My intentions are, my goals are. And when you do that, you put a timeline on there. Put a timeline on each goal that you set. When you put a timeline, it becomes more real. Set them down, today's date, and put my intentions, my goals are. What is it that you want to achieve? Put them. Get yourself a nice little calendar, a nice little, well, they used to say diary, whatever you want to call it, a nice little calendar, a notepad, a binder leaf, whatever is it. And you put Paula's intentions, Paula's goal, Tanika's goal, Georgia's goal, Maria's goal. You put your name there so it could identify with you. You want to identify with your goals. You want to identify with your intention. You want to identify how you show up every single day. Put them where they're visible. Don't put them on your phone. Write them down, not text them. Don't not text them. Get a pen and write them down on a blank sheet of paper. Put them on your mirror. Put them on your refrigerator. And for those who are parents, mothers, you know, we always get our children little things that they make in school or the doctor's appointment. And where we put them? Where do we put these things? Where do we put the important phone number in case of? Where do we put these things? So that's my question. Where do you put these important stuff? In case of. Children's homework. I love mommy. All these good stuff that they did maybe from kindergarten all the way up until high school graduation. The report cards. Where do we put these things? Ding. On your refrigerator. And if I'm not telling the truth, yeah, I might put it right there. Tell me I'm not telling the truth right now. Tell me I am not telling the truth. We put them on our refrigerator. What's the logic behind that? We will always go to our refrigerator. So right here, I would like to ask each and every one of you to get a blank piece of paper, get your pen, maybe a permanent marker will do. Write down your intentions. Write down your goals. Put them on that piece of paper. Well, some people call them vision board. I just never use a vision board. Yeah, do a vision board. That's another idea. Do a vision board. I just never do. I just never got involved in the vision board. I just always write my stuff in a book. So I never use a vision board. But that's another idea. Do a vision board. Absolutely. Paula, do you do a vision board? That's a great idea. That's a good suggestion. A lot of people, I know people who have vision board parties. Do a vision board. And like I said, write them down. See for yourself. Like I'm not a vision board person. I like to write my things plain. See for yourself when you write them down. My intentions are. Describe each and everything. Just like Paula said, vision board. You might put a house on a vision board. Is that the house you really want? How about you describe the house that you really, really desire? Because your intentions and your goals are coming from your heart. So is that house on the vision board exactly what you desire? Not saying anything is wrong with a vision board. I'm just saying I don't do it. I like to say I write what I visualize in my own head and in my heart. So I write it down. Then you make a description. If you so desire a car, well, that might be on the vision board, because then now you would have to design the car that you want, right? But a house or where you want to travel, you put, I want to travel to Mali, I want to travel to Hawaii, wherever, to smell the ocean, to watch the tree going, to sip some coconut, to listen, to get your little waist grass skirt. So you're going to be very descriptive of what you're writing so you could see it. Visualize it. Close your eyes and see it. See that beautiful island, the white sand and the blue water. Yes. Oh, here we go. Consistency. Ha! Let's go in that. Consistency is the key. For us to take action, and I like that, Paula, truthfully, because I often ask my guests, how are you doing truthfully? So truthfully, here we go. And I like when people are truthful. Truthfully, consistency is a crutch. It is negative. And we want to put as much positivity as possible in our life. Inconsistency will block you from accomplishing your dreams and your visions and your goals. For you to take action, you need to be consistent. So let me suggest this. Consistency can form and engrave in your head after 21 days. If you can do something for 21 days consistently, it will carve out in your brain, and it will carve out in your mind, and it will carve out in your heart. 21 days. So if you decide to do something tonight, whatever your intentions are, you need to take action starting today, right now. Today is your day. Today you get special treat, okay? Today is your day. So whatever you intended to do, you must start taking action now. And you have 21 days to be consistent. So Paula, if you're not always consistent, this is the concept. This is how you get into consistency. You start the thing, you take action, and you start it. And for 21 days, you keep adding on to that one thing. And this goes for everybody too. It's just because Paula put it up. You take 21 days consistently. And when you take 21 days consistently, it will carve itself out into your mind. At the 22nd day, you will not remember that you did not. You will not remember that no more, because that did not. It doesn't matter anymore. It's not a part of you anymore. In the 22nd day, all of that you did consistently become a part of you. And then you will continue to flow. And as you continue to flow, now you can't stop. You will not be able to stop after that. Because that 22nd day is saying, now I am unstoppable. Try it and see. What will you do, Georgia? I will write in my notebook. Yes, write in your notebook for 21 days straight. 21 days straight. And you will see what will take place at the 22nd day. Because on the 22nd day, your mind is already fixated. It's already concrete of where you are going. Try it and see. Now, I have a question. What is my question? What you make, no, that's not, what you make happen for others, God will make it. Absolutely, yes. So that is referring to what we had discussed. Yes, absolutely, Sharon. Oh, Sharon, welcome. Yes, God has a way. He has a way. So as we're saying, 21 days is called manifestation. And when you manifest something, it manifests itself after the 21 days. Yes. I'd like to say, I don't like to put up a challenge, because I don't like when people challenge me. I don't like when people challenge me. So I don't like to say, this is a challenge. But I like to encourage people to get in this. And it's called, I don't like to use the word challenge. I like to use the word where I said, expand your mind. Expand your mind into a place of 21 days of consistency unto the goal that you have. If you have a business and you want your business to grow, invest in that business for 21 days consistently. If you intend to write a book, write a word every day. If you intend to bless someone, invest in that every day. If you want your finance to grow, invest in that income every day. If you want wealth to come to you, invest in how you want wealth to come to you every day. If you want friendship, invest in how you want a friendship to come to you every day. If you want a relationship, invest how you want a relationship to come to you every single day. Each day makes a difference, because the little bit that you add on each day, it will grow. It will grow. So as you listen to me, watching me, you will hear what I am telling you. It works. 21 days. It is where I am telling you to stretch your mind, not stress yourself, but stretch your mind into that place of accomplishing something, of putting yourself in a bigger space, of putting yourself where you can achieve your goals. Your goals are out there and they're waiting for you. Your destiny is out there and it's waiting for you. What are you waiting for? All it takes is writing it down. That's all it takes. Be intentional. Be intentional. If you're loving somebody, be intentional about it. Just be intentional. If you're loving yourself, be intentional about it. And self-love is the best love. Anything that you do, be intentional. And when you're intentional, it takes one step at a time. One step. One step at a time. Your one little baby step will add right up. One little step. So if you have something that you intend to do, take baby steps. And when you take baby steps, celebrate yourself. Those are called small wins. Small wins. And when you celebrate your small wins and more you go up, you celebrate some more and you celebrate some more and you get to a big win, woo, and you celebrate some more. And don't forget when you celebrate to come on by over here and let me celebrate with you, because you know what I do. I have extra hands. See? I have extra hands. So celebrate. What is it that you intend to do? If you intend to save, like save money, be intentional of how much money you are going to save. Be intentional of how much money you intend to save and when you need to save it by. Have a date set. When you put a date, you will work harder to do just that. So let's use an example. You intend to save $300. Put by when. You intend to save $300 by when. Now, if you put a date to say, I need to save $300 by October, now, your first step is, of course, you're going to write it down, but your first step is, today, I'm going to put down $5. Tomorrow, I'm going to put down $5. And each day, you put down $5. And then you will get there. So again, I am not going to challenge you. I'm not going to challenge you. I am going to encourage you to expand your mindset. Expand your mental energy. Stretch yourself, not stress yourself, but stretch yourself into the things that you intended to do. Stretch the capacity of your mind. I tell you what, I know we hear this often. Think outside of the box. There's no box. Let me tell you that. There's no box. If you think there's a box, that simply means you're limiting yourself. If you think that there's a box where they're saying think outside of the box, simply means you're limiting yourself. There's no box. So do not think outside of a box. Just expand your mind. Be creative. The idea is to be co-creator of God. He is the creator, you are co-creator. Be creative and expand your mind. Expand your mind. When you expand your mind, you will see the things that you can create. If you expand your mind for 21 days consistently, you will see the things that you can create. Because we all creatives. We all can create something. Not because someone is a writer, author, poet. Not because. We all have the ability to create something. So set your writing tools in place and write down what is it that you intend to do, what is it that you want to create, and go and get it done. You know, as parents, we say to our children, I need for you to get A. I need for you to be on top of the class. I need for you to pass your class. I need for you to pass your. And we tell them these things. We deposit these things in our children. But as we get to adults, who deposited in us? Exactly. Who turn around and deposit in us? The same way we deposit in our children, it's the same way as adults, we want someone to deposit in us. Voila! Guess what? I am here. Now, I will deposit in you. So, as I deposit in you, I say, go out there and create the best version of yourself. I want to thank you all for tuning into this special episode that we have tonight. Paulette, Sharon, Georgia, Maria, Tanika, and we have official OG Blood from Jamaica. I want to thank you all for tuning into this special segment of tonight's episode where we went right on into what we will do to expand our mind. Let us expand our mind. Let us stretch ourselves. Let us go into 21 days. It is not a challenge. It is just me telling you that you can stretch your mind into a place. It is not a challenge. Do not challenge yourself because challenge sounds very stressful. I want you not to be stressful. I want you to just stretch your mind into a place of creativity, of developing yourself, of growing yourself. As we continue to make act of kindness, let us also be kind to yourself. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to this special episode. Again, I am your host, Verona Willis-Brown, saying, hey, I see you here next week. Same time, same place, because we got a good show for next week. So if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe, share, like, and click the notification button, and you will get notification of when I'm live. Again, this is where I said, if you have a story, if you have a book, if you have work in progress, come on in here so we could build, grow, and most of all, support each other. For us to support each other, we need to succeed. For us to succeed, it takes more than one person. Yeah, and that is you and I working together to be successful. Again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. See you on the next episode. That is next week, Thursday. Same time, same place. Have yourself a lovely night, lovely morning, lovely day. Whatever it is, just have yourself a lovely life. This is your girl, Verona Willis-Brown, saying, see you.